Hello, ma'am. Hi, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you. How about you?
Great, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for asking. So, ma'am, can you briefly tell us about yourself, your name, and the kind of work you'll be doing?
My name is Amita Desai. I am the founder director of Goethe Zentrum Hyderabad, that is a German cultural center that's been in the city of Hyderabad for over 2 decades. I'm also the honorary consul for Germany for the states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
And, ma'am, on what kind of problems you're working on?
You know, life is a challenge, any which way. So there are many issues that come up. I am fortunate to be able to tackle them through the programs, the films, the theatre, being able to select out of the vast options of what can be done. So I'm very happy that for the past 20 years in the city, we have been celebrating the 8th of March, which is called the Women's Day, the International Women's Day, as the full month of March, which we call the Women's March, because women are marching. They are marching forward, onward, and so it gives me a great privilege to be able to highlight issues pertaining to women's health, to women's education, to women working in different fields, and how do they respond to it, how do they benefit from it, what are the challenges, women's safety. So these are issues that we are able to bring up and talk about and highlight for this month.
That's great. And who is impacted by your work?
Well, definitely women, but also men, I hope, because it is for the society, for all of us. I think we all are influenced and gain from it. I myself personally gain from every project that I do because there is always learning. And it looks like seniors are the ones who know and they've negotiated life and therefore they can do it well. No, it is the young ones who bring their perspective and also help us to understand. There are medical practitioners who come to us and talk about women's health that we learn so much from. So I am hopeful that the society at large, women and men, can talk about these issues. What we actually do in our work is to create platforms, to create spaces where we can talk about it, and sometimes safe spaces, because there are women who cannot talk about certain things that are happening in their life, mental issues and challenges that come up, and also other gender who need a space as well. It is not black and white. There is a lot of gray in between.
And the biggest challenge that you faced this year?
Well, we've had wars this year. We've had wars for the past many years, but another one that was unleashed. It is painful that such wars are happening. It is painful that the biggest and the worst people who are impacted are women and children now as well. Many schools have been impacted. So the challenge for me is to make my work relevant for myself and the world that we live in, which has the challenges of war, of death, of destruction, of losing green spaces, losing lung spaces, of the four-legged species, the dogs and the cats and the animals not being given their own space. That's a challenge.
Okay. And one moment that made you cry or laugh?
Well, thankfully, we are able to laugh when it is not easy to laugh, and thankfully, we can cry when we hear a very emotional success story. So, I think there are many moments. One of them was when I heard today, as I was mentioning to someone, that There was this young girl I was interviewing, and she says, "No matter what, I will get there." And we asked what there was, and she has a dream to make herself independent financially, to take her sister along, to make her grow, and to be able to support her parents. That was a moment of both joy and sadness. Sadness because we still have such a situation where women have to drive the success story for their family, but also joy that it is a woman who will create that success story. So it's beautiful.
Yeah. And why did you start this work?
It's very rewarding. Any work can be rewarding, any work can be very meaningful. And I have been blessed by a very large opportunity at hand to be able to do what interests me, which is women's issues, environmental issues. So there is one podcast we have released in the last months that we are working with Goethe Zentrum. The partners are Eco Galaxy and Sustainable Round Glass, which talks about the soil, about wildlife, of urban situation, of conservation. And my God, to be able to talk to experts in the field and learn from them, that is why I am here. That is my life mission.
Okay. And what keep you going on in difficult days?
A smile of a child, a wag of a tail, the green in my house and my office space, a smile that there is a tomorrow and that there is a tomorrow which I can be part of and help happen. And sometimes I sit and it's very difficult to move and make the next step. But there is always a hope. And it is nice to be reminded by the birds and the bees and the wagging of a tail, and colleagues who come chirpingly into the office, no matter what their life experience is. I think that's what keeps one going.
Nice. And one misconception about your field that you want to remove?
Well, there might be many misconceptions. I head the German Cultural Center, so people think it's very rosy for me sitting here. I have all the funds coming in and I can spend it as I want. We work very hard for funding. We work very hard to make these projects happen. And the misconception is perhaps that the table is laid out and I can select what I will have from it. I think table may have raw ingredients, but I have to do the putting it together, be it a salad or be it a biryani. It is something that we have to do. There is no option but to work hard, to dream hard, to make things happen. Nothing falls in your lap ready to be crowned with. That doesn't happen. Everyone who wants to make a difference in their own lives and other lives must work towards it. And that's true for any field, actually.
Okay. And what recognition from your family means the most to you?
I think it's been done many times, but when my two girls call me a strong woman, that they call me and say that I am able to participate in the most challenging situations with dignity, that I have been a source of strength and energy and direction for them. I think that's such a big blessing to be able to hear that.
And what is your current wish or need from the society?
I wish that our society walks the pace that the woman is ready to do. So if the woman is walking 3 steps, I hope that the society opens up 5 more for her to walk more easier than it is at this moment. I hope that the society can live harmoniously with one another, and in the environment that we are. I come back to environment because without that, I have no space. If I can't breathe the air, if I can't walk the roads, if I can't see the green out there, if I can't go home and have a puppy wagging her tail to say, "You are the best thing in the world" to me, then what's life all about?
And one word your beneficiaries used to call you.
My colleagues, my students, my friends, they encourage me by pointing out the strength, the grace, the humility, and possibly the way in which one confronts challenges. They are very kind and generous, but I am very happy that they perceive in me somebody who is able to offer some strength and some solace and some dignity to fellow citizens.
And what does Nari Shakti mean to you?
Well, Shakti in our languages is a feminine word. So, by definition, Shakti is a women's terrain. It is a women's field. And unfortunately, she has been denied that for too long. Shakti is the positive strength in every individual. Every person is a Nari and a Nara. We have that concept in our understanding of our culture, where there is a Nar and a Nari. And Nari represents the strength. And Nari Shakti is exactly that. I wish for not only women to have the Nari Shakti, I wish our men and society to represent that Nari, that Shakti, that is grace, humility, beauty, and enormous amount of strength and depth. And I wish that.
Yeah. And you're going to soon attend the Nari Shakti Awards 2026 as a diplomat guest. What are you looking forward from the event?
I'm humbled that I will be there. I'm humbled that I've been invited for that. I look forward to some joy. I look forward to women being honored for what they do and sensitively and sensibly to be presented with a milestone in their career, in their life. And I look forward to meeting these strong people who are change makers.
Okay. And finally, a message for your next girl from your village or city.
Carry on, show the strength, seek what you want, go out and get it. You will not be given it easily. So be strong to face any and every challenge and get it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.